YouTube on my phone. I had actually deleted the app because it was acting so strange on me. And I forgot to put it back on my phone. I won't get much done without having YouTube on my phone. All right, let's wait and see if anybody jumps on. Hopefully, somebody, maybe. Hopefully the notice goes out. I know last night when Nancy was on, her notice didn't go out until later. All right, three people. Hi, Chris. Hi, Dee. Hi, Chow. Dee, oh my gosh, haven't talked to you in a while, lady. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Cards Stock Collector and Melissa and Sherry. Crystal, Lori. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Sally. Hi, T. Hello, everyone. Hi, Suzette. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Vicky. All right. I'm just going to start talking, and I probably won't get to say hi to all of you right off the bat. I just wanted to, hi, Sheila. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Andy. I wanted to bring you up to date on how Jacob's doing. So, all right, Andy, welcome. So over the weekend, my son Jacob, 16 years old, our son, had to be rushed to the hospital Saturday morning. He was in the woods with my husband. They were hunting for, it's deer season in Pennsylvania, and they were hunting, and Jacob started experiencing very bad pain in his right side. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Susie. So he was gasping for air, and the pain was so bad that he could barely walk. Now, thankfully, they weren't far deep in the woods. So long story short, we took him to the emergency room. Hi, Bernie. I'm just updating everybody on what happened this weekend with Jacob. And first of all, the emergency room was like a horror scene. It was basically a scene straight out of ER, because all of the other hospitals in the area were diverting their patients to our little town hospital. We're a little town, very small area, a rural area. And some of the larger hospitals were diverting to our little hospital. And our little hospital, which is owned by a big, like, national name company based out of Pittsburgh, has a policy: nobody can be turned away. You can't turn anybody away. So we waited probably, I don't know, 7-8 hours until we finally knew what was going to happen. I will say that when the physician assistant started working with him, which we got there at 8 a.m., and he didn't talk to a physician's assistant or a doctor until about 2. So from 8 to 2, he sat there, and we were sat in the hallway. We were not, you know how emergency rooms, I don't know if you've been to one before, they have like little tiny bays or whatever. We were in the hallway right in front of the nurses. He was in pain the whole time. Yeah. We were right in front of the nurses station, so I could hear everything. And it was ambulance after ambulance after ambulance rolling in. Let me get a tissue. And I could hear everything. So I could hear the nurses talking to the EMTs. So basically, every person that came into the hospital, I like knew what their problem was and what was happening with them. Yeah, it was terrible. And the reason why, Melissa, is they're short-staffed because people have taken jobs elsewhere, you know, no longer working in emergency departments. And also because every hospital in the 30-mile radius were sending their patients to our little hospital. I could hear the nurses talking to the doctor, and the doctor said, listen, people, this is a mass casualty event. Treat this like a mass casualty event. So basically, you know, they were triaging people like it was a mass casualty event. Not to mention all the people that were out in the waiting room just sitting there. When we got there, at 8 o'clock in the morning. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Sherry. It was just me, Doug, and Jacob, and another man and his wife. So we went back the nurse's station. We sat in front of the nurse's station, in a bed, like a bed that they push you on, from, like I said, 8 in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, that 2 o'clock in the afternoon was when he finally started. They did blood draw from him. They drew his blood. By this time, he's pretty dehydrated, but thank goodness, they were able to draw blood from him. They did some other test. I can't remember, but there was something else. And I thought maybe they were going to do an ultrasound. And, but see, my son is very stoic. He's like his dad. He will put the needs of other people first before himself. And he didn't want to draw attention to himself. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, there were people on respirators, oxygen, and they had severe cases of COVID. People who were unable to breathe were there. So all of the people that have COVID, and I'm talking severe cases of COVID, I could hear on the ambulance, I could hear them saying, person coming in, person probably has COVID. They can't breathe. They have shortness of breath. They got the rooms and we were stuck out in the hallway. I mean, I felt bad for my son, but I felt even worse for this little old lady that was there. Hey, Nancy. She was in the bed in the hallway in front of us, and she had come over from a local nursing home. I guess she was going to the toilet, and she was very crippled up. I mean, I overheard everything. I guess she had cerebral palsy, and she was probably about 90 years old, and she fell while she was trying to get off of her wheelchair onto her toilet. And so they sent her to the emergency room, and she came in probably 3 hours after Jacob. She was in a lot of pain, and I know Jacob felt bad for her, and I know he didn't want to draw any attention to himself. He didn't want me to say anything as far as advocating for him. I was really concerned about the pain, being in his right side with the appendix and everything. So anyways, they did take him for a CAT scan finally. Instead of just an ultrasound, a CAT scan, which I was glad for that. And that's when they realized his appendix was inflamed. It was not ruptured. So thank God, that was a huge blessing, because if it had been ruptured and he had been sitting there from 8 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, that could have been disastrous. So they told us that basically all of the markers were showing that his appendix is the cause of the pain, and it would probably be best to get it out. At this time, I'm panicking because, I mean, hi, Candace. I mean, he sat there from 8 to 2, and I figured maybe he had, like, maybe an ulcer, or, maybe, how your bowels get blocked up sometimes, I never thought it was going to be appendix. And then I'm starting to freak out because I'm like, oh my God, he's been here for 8 hours with appendicitis, and I'm starting to freak out. Like, I was pretty much ready to hyperventilate and bawl my eyes out, because then I'm realizing this is not going to be, oh, here, take some medicine and go home. And if you have any more problems, see your family doctor. This was surgery, and it was like emergency appendectomy surgery. So I was freaking out, and I was texting Nancy and Stacy and Chow. Yes, it can be deadly. And that's what the PA said to Jacob. She said, you listen to your pain. And by the way, he's had this pain for a while. It's not like it just happened. It was severe on Saturday morning because they were out in the woods. He was short of breath. And so his pain was more severe Saturday morning. But he's been complaining about pain in his right side for a while. Some days it would really bother him, and he would just have to lay down and like it would go away. So we've been keeping an eye on it. We've been worried about it. And we told him the next time it happens, we're going to have to take it to the emergency room. And I remember saying to my family a couple weeks ago, Oh, I would hate to have to go to the emergency room these days. I hear these terrible horror stories, but I mean, you do what you have to do for your family. So yeah, he's had inflamed appendix for a while now. And the emergency room doctor, she's a PA, she was so nice. She said, it's a good thing that you came, because she said, you don't want to ignore that when you have pain like this, because it could have got worse. It could have ruptured. Then you would have had all that bile in your belly. And then we would have had a much more complicated surgery ahead of us. So, um, I heard on the scanner all of the people that were coming in. I mean, it was like ambulance after ambulance after ambulance. It was like in an episode of ER. Um, there were 2 overdoses. I had heard them say they Narcaned somebody. Oh my gosh, Candace. I guess back in the day, it was life or death surgery. And it can be today too, depending on the nature of the infection and how much happened with the rupture and how much stuff, ruptures and how long it goes. There were also a lot of people with COVID, like I said. And then the lady in front of us she fell getting onto the toilet. They took her back to, oh my gosh, it burst during his CAT scan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Scary. I was hyperventilating. I was scared because, hi, Cheryl, because I mean, yeah, I know that it's not ruptured yet. I know that, but who knows what can happen during surgery? A lot of bad things can happen. And of course, as a mother, you're thinking all the scary things. You're worried. It's your child. I mean, he's my only child. So, not that that matters. If I had 10 children, I would still be just as scared and worried. Um, the doctor came and they took us over to where they do like same day surgeries. Everybody was gone by this point, and he's sore, Candace. They did laparoscopic surgery. He went back to school today. Um, yeah, I mean, Gloria, you're dealing with your son and his health issues and how stressful it is. Yeah, he is okay. Uh, yeah, they took him back, and the doctor said that based on the test results and the blood work and everything, they feel that that's the best thing to do, is to remove it. And the surgery went well. He was done in like 45 minutes and then in recovery. And he did good with the anesthesia. He didn't have any bad reactions, thank goodness. And we got to bring him home Saturday night. So that was really good because I didn't want to stay in the hospital. And in the recovery area, because the recovery bays were all closed, like they'd all gone home for the day. This is a small hospital. This isn't like a big university hospital where there's people working around the clock in all the departments. This is a small, small hospital. They took us up to the 2nd floor where all the COVID patients were in the ICU for his recovery. So that was scary too. Not only were we elbow to elbow with COVID patients down in the emergency room, but then in the recovery room, we were in the same hallway where all the people, who had COVID. And one of the nurses that helped him with his discharge, she said that there were just so many sick people with COVID, that they are just working around the clock. So my heart goes out to them. The stress that they must be under. It did. I felt like I was in an episode of ER. Like I heard everything. Anyways, the little old lady that was in front of us that had to have a scan of her shoulder and her neck and everything, there was nothing broken. And they sent her back. She was there all by herself the whole time. There was nobody there with her. Nobody from the nursing home could go and be there with her. I felt so bad for her because I felt so bad. They do have a COVID wing. It's the second floor, but the emergency room is for everything. It's not just for COVID people. It's too small. There's not enough room. It's small. I mean, because we weren't COVID patients, we were in the hallway, and we weren't the only ones in the hallway. Um, when they took Jacob back for his CAT scan, we walked back. There was a guy sort of like back where I think one of the restrooms were. He was sitting out there. There was another one sitting there in front of another restroom, and he had a nosebleed that wouldn't stop, and he was on oxygen. I mean, how miserable to have a nosebleed that won't stop while you're on oxygen. Um, I didn't see a yellow tent, Sheila. Maybe they put it up, but when we were there was no yellow tent. Mm-mm. No. Nope. I felt so bad for her. I really did. And then they came out and told her, they said, you're okay. You're going to be really sore though, because you fell and hurt yourself. You fell and, but you didn't break any bones. There's no fractures, and we're going to send you back now. So what a frightful thing to go through. But we're very blessed that he's doing well. He did not have school on Monday because it's hunting season here in Pennsylvania. They give the kids an extra day of school after Thanksgiving for hunting. And then he stayed home on Tuesday, and he stayed home on Wednesday. And then he wanted to go back to school today, so we let him. I probably would have rather him stay home the rest of the week, because I mean, he did have that type of surgery where you're not supposed to lift anything more than 10 pounds for 2 weeks. And I don't know. I just worry about that being in school. But he was happy. His mood was much better once he got home. Like, he was just really happy. So I just want to say thank you all for your thoughts and your prayers, and for thinking about us on Saturday and what we went through. It really is, Candace, it really is a miracle. When I had my hernia surgery, which was last year at this time, because I had a bunch of memories pop up on my Facebook, I'm like, oh my gosh, Jacob, you are having your surgery, and I had my surgery last year. I felt really good within a week. It took me about a week to just feel like I could actually sit for long periods. Of course, it was, my big fat belly that had the surgery. So I had a different type of situation that I was dealing with. Yeah, so we're glad, and let's hope that that was what was causing that pain, and there's no other pain, that, you know what I'm saying? You'd hate to go through all that, and then he still has some kind of problem. But they did the CAT scan, so as far as I know, and as far as everybody knows, it should be good. Um, I've heard of people who have burst appendix who they have like vomiting, fever, chills. They kept asking him if he had any of those symptoms, and he didn't. Of course, his did not rupture. It was inflamed. He goes back to the doctor, the surgeon, on the 9th, and there was nothing else, Candace. That was the only thing that the scan showed, that his appendix was. She said it's like if you have a fire and it's smoldering, it's going to burn, right? It's going to hurt. And she said the blaze comes when the appendix ruptures, and then all that fecal matter goes into your bloodstream, and then you could, have really bad outcomes, right? So I'm glad to be able to do this live tonight. I'm really excited. I started preparing last night to show you some really awesome stencils from A Colorful Life Designs. And also, we're going to do some foiling. Yeah, T, I imagine that when we go back to the doctor, I can ask about the blood work and get a copy of it and see if there was, anything else to be concerned of. But they didn't seem to have any concerns. We got glitter paste that we're going to use tonight. We can even do ink blending with our stencils. So there's a couple different techniques that I want to do, but mostly focusing on foiling. I have some happy mail I want to show with you. So let's do that real quick and then we'll get started. So thanks everyone. I really appreciate your support, your prayers, and your thinking about Jacob. And for any of you out there who are watching this afterwards, who have, had children go through things like this, I just want you to know that my heart goes out to you. We were just there for one day and we got to go home and, just basically start life over again. And I know there's a lot of people with chronic conditions with children that have life-threatening illnesses that have to go through a lot worse than what we went through. Hi, Star. All right, so I have a really pretty card that I got from Maria at Kitchen Sink Stamps. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the foiling on that. Ooh la la. So, so she used the Kitchen Sink Stamps foiling background. That's plaid. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? And she put the turkey and a pumpkin. It just looks so real. It just looks so real. Like somebody just took a picture of a turkey and cut it out. And I have a similar card from Nancy that I did show last time. So very, very, very pretty. So that's from Maria. And she's the owner of Kitchen Sink Stamps. All right, so Maria, thank you very much for the card. Oh, Sandy. I have a beautiful Christmas card from Sandy Visker. She looks like she sprayed some Shimmering Bliss on this or some kind of shimmer spray. You might not be able to see it on the camera, but a beautiful cutout nativity Jerusalem scene. I love this. It's so pretty. I like how you highlighted that, Sandy, with the foil in the manger. That is really nice. And then you put the yellow behind the buildings. Yeah, isn't that nice? It's so pretty. And then the star. And it says, wishing you the warmth and wonderful blessings of Christmas. I think that's really pretty, Sandy. Thank you so much. And then I got a card today from, I hope I pronounced this right. Delina. So, good night, Melissa. Take care. I hope you're feeling better. Melissa, look at this cute card. Just imagine how much time it took to color that in, you guys. Isn't that something? Thank you, Delina. I love it. To me, it looks like colored pencil. And there's also, oh my gosh, there's also a star here. There's also some type of glitter paste here in the window. It's just so adorable. And she sent me a embossing folder. It's cut and emboss from Spellbinders. Okay, so thank you so much, Delina. That's so sweet of you. This is the Spellbinders. I don't see the name on it, you guys, but it's cut and emboss. Oh, Kyoto. I'll hold it up really close. You see how it has little Asian fans on it? Isn't that pretty? All right. Hi, Cheryl from British Columbia. I'm so excited you're all here tonight. Then I got a pretty card from Nancy with such pretty purple snowflakes. Yeah. And I think this is from our live that we did, Smash Your Stash. I think that's what this is from. It's really pretty though. Yeah, because it looks like it has an embossing folder in the back and it has Yeah, we made this on the live. This is Heat and Boss with a resist. So thank you, Nancy. Thank you, thank you. Today I had a video go live on my channel, and it's kind of similar of a card to what I just showed you that Nancy made for me. I have a snowflake card that went up on my channel today. I did ink blending with Catherine Puller inks, and I did emboss resist with clear embossing powder, and I also made my own pattern paper here, or my own colored paper here with Catherine Puller ink, and I used white embossing powder, and I put a bunch of little gems on there. Thanks everyone. And then I like how the background has that foil around it. Okay, and then this one is similar, but I love the colors on this one. The purples are sort of like a little bit lighter, and the teal. Okay, Nancy, I'm glad you got a new chair. This stamp set is from Technique Junkies, and I want to show you this stamp set. I think it's really pretty. It's got a whole bunch of snowflakes and a whole bunch of really cool sentiments. Oh, I can't find it though, so I can't show it to you. I had it here. I did. I really did. I had it within arm's reach. Oh, it's in this box. Let me get that out. Okay, so this is not on sale, but I want you to know, and I'm going to give you the heads up, that Technique Junkies is having a inventory reduction sale where they're selling a whole bunch of stamps at 35% off. Thank you, Candace. And then if you use my coupon code, you save another 10%. So basically, there's over 200 stamps that are 45% off over at Technique Junkies. This one is not one of them, but I wanted you to see this stamp set because I think it's a beautiful one, and I think these are some beautiful snowflakes. This one's called Snowflakes Set of 9, and it's got 3 sentiments. So if you didn't get to watch that, hi Belinda, if you didn't get to watch that video, it's up live on my YouTube channel. Please watch. Really, I need the people to watch my videos. It's kind of disheartening when you put a video up and you only get like maybe 90 views, because it does take a lot of time to put a video together. And, you know, as being on a design team, you know, that's the expectation, that you put a video up. And then the people who are the owners of the companies and the design teams, they want to see that your videos are getting watched. You know, they're not giving you free product and paying you commission to have only 80 or 70 people watch a video. So, and I know it's tedious, you guys, I know, because there's so many videos out there, and I know how busy everybody is. But if you ever get a chance to just watch one of my videos that you've never watched before, I would be super appreciative, okay? Yeah, especially the Technique Junkies ones, because that really counts on my design team, and that really is important. So thank you. Thank you for your consideration. So Colorful Life Designs came out, does not have a new release this month. But what happened was they told us that we could pick basically our stencil wish list. All right. So go ahead and look through the shop and pick out some stencils that you like. And that's sort of like your December release. So you kind of customize your own release. So I thought that was really cool. And this is one that I picked. It's the Christmas quilt. And I wanted you to see it live instead of just always looking at pictures of things. All of this was ink blended Catherine Puller inks, Deck the Halls, and Cranberry Fizz. All of this. Even my background was created with that. Even my cutout star and my season's greetings. I used strictly Catherine Puller inks. I didn't use any colored paper. So that was cool. I did have this video up yesterday for Colorful Life Designs. Thank you, Love Venus Love. I appreciate it. Hi, Joyce. This is another version of that quilt with some really cute little elf. Oh, isn't that little elfie cute? Oh my gosh. This elf is from Stamps of Life. And I like these Christmas trees. And then I don't know that I posted this one as widely, but I also made a little elf with a little rocking horse in his hands. Isn't he cute? So those are 3 cards that I made for Colorful Life. And I did have those on my video yesterday. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that. And I'm going to show you a sneak peek. You know, Nancy did a video last week where she used non-traditional colors. Well, I was really inspired by that. And the colors that she used were, of course, my colors. They were purple, blue, and teal. Okay, so from A Colorful Life Designs is the stencil that I'm going to show you right now, the card of. Let me get it out so I don't misname it. Okay, this one is called, it's just a 3-fer, so it's got 3 across. It's so cute. This is called Angular Trees. And the background stencil is called Falling Snow. And this is the card that I made with that. Now, this one is not posted yet to any of my social media. And you're getting a sneak peek of it. But it was inspired by Nancy's video. All right. Basically, I had so much fun creating this because I love the colors. I know it's not everybody's style. Purple, green, and blue are not everybody's style. But I do want to say that, you know, Nancy did a foiling video where she foiled the scripty holiday sentiments from the ton. I have the regular stamp and dies for that. Okay, so that is what it looks like stamped out. So you guys got to see what it looks like foiled. And now you are looking at it stamped. All right, I like it because it looks handwritten, and that's really popular to have sort of a scripty font. Did I say the ton? I meant no. No, this is from the ton. This is from the ton. I got this from the ton. Okay, let me find it. Okay, because, Nancy, yours were Pink Fresh Studios. Okay. That's where I was getting confused because as I was watching you, I thought, wait a minute. Got my butterflies here from the ton. I have to do a video on these yet. I haven't yet. All right, well, Nancy's was from Pink Fresh Studios. The one that I'm showing you is from the ton. Oh, don't quote me on that, you guys. Now I'm doubting myself. Okay, I'm going to go look. I have to solve this mystery. Yes, I'm not dreaming. This is it. It's this is from the ton. See, it says the ton, so I'm not dreaming. This is it's not hot foil. It is called Ribbons Holiday. This is called Ribbons Holiday. 2-step stamping, and then the die cuts out the word. That's where I got mine from. Okay, but it reminded me of what Nancy was hot foiling the other night, so that's why I was thinking it was also something that she got from the ton. Sometimes when I'm watching Nancy, I don't always get to listen very closely to what's being said, obviously, because I'm doing 3 or 4 different things at one time. Okay. Anyways, That's where that sentiment came from. And you are stamping it 2 different colors. Okay. So I did that one, and that was inspired by Nancy. And it's just 3 little trees, a stencil with just 3 little trees. And I just repeated the pattern in different colors. And then for my snow, I think this is going to come in handy. This stencil, I don't have a snow stencil. This is called Falling Snow. And also, you could use that for confetti, right? And then the other one that I haven't released yet on my social media, so you're getting to see it first. Okay, let me find it here. We'll tell you what this one's called. Stencils are all from A Colorful Life Designs. I'm a design team member, and if you use my code TracyFan10, you can save 10% off of the stencils from A Colorful Life Designs. Basically, I'm doing a live unboxing of my stencils for A Colorful Life Designs and the cards that I make for December. Normally, A Colorful Life Designs will release a brand new set of stencils every month, but in December, the designers were allowed to do where they could pick from their, like, a Christmas wish list. So I picked stencils. Cheryl, I don't do a very good job of keeping track of things, but that was pure luck that I found that. Okay, this one is called Heart Flakes. This one's called Heart Flakes. And I did the non-traditional colors again. And then I have this Tim Holtz Snowflake. And then the Joy is from the Ton Holiday Ribbons multi-layer, multi-step stamping sentiment system. Yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to show you those just to give you an idea of what I've done so far. My work has been super busy. In December, things don't really slow down for us at all. Thank you, Susie. Actually, it gets busier for us in December because it's the end of the fiscal year and we're trying to close out all of our claims and all of the programs and services that we're doing. And so I've been pretty swamped with work, and I didn't get as many cards made in advance as I would like to, but I'll make up for it and get a bunch of cards made starting tonight, and then I'll finish them and have them posted throughout the month. That's the only thing I wish that I could do better would be to have more time to get more cards done and have them completely done and ready to go by the first of the month. But it's really hard with my schedule. I do the best that I can. And with everything that happened to Jacob, my day Saturday got totally changed. I had planned on working at home, working on all of my stencils on Saturday. So I didn't get very far, but that's all right because it'll all work out. And I'm sure that there'll be a lot of cool things that we do together tonight with these stencils. And importantly, by doing a live with these stencils, you're learning a little bit more about how to use them. Okay? All right, so thanks, Cheryl. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go hands down. That's right, Monica. Sometimes you wish you could do a lot more than you're able to do, but you do your best. I was talking to Lynn the other day, and we were talking about having high-stress jobs and everything. It's pretty stressful. And how it's just like so nice to go to the craft room at the end of the day and just create things, because it's almost mindless. I mean, it's not mindless. You have to think about what you're doing, but that opportunity to create and to free your mind from all of the stress and all of the burdens that you worry about, daily at your job, it's really great. So I love doing that. That's why if you are wondering, how do I make so many cards? That's all I do. It's my life. Um, I mean, that's what I love to do. And I know that there's a lot of you who are the same way. So I'm not the only one who feels that way. But I do love it. I do love it. I love being part of design teams and working together. And I love being part of the FSC and knowing all of you. So if you're not familiar with the FSC, it's called Foiling Snobs Club. When we first started it, it was Foiling Stamping Club. But um, thanks, Monica. We changed it to FSC, Foiling Snobs Club, just because the idea being we just are really fussy about our foiling, and our foiling standards are pretty high. So I guess that makes us snobs. But we're fun, and we're supportive of each other, and we're supportive of everybody that's trying to foil. Hey, when I first started foiling, I had a laminator. I would talk to Nancy and say, why does it look like this? Why doesn't it look like yours? I was through the same things that you all went through. So don't ever hesitate to ask questions on the FSC. Now there's a whole community that you can talk to and ask your questions of. And that's what's great about the way it is right now. All of the people who are part of the FSC, you know, it's a great community. So thank you all for being a part of it. Let's get started. I'm going to switch from my selfie to my hands down. So one moment, please. You might want to close your eyes so you don't get too jostled here. And I have both of my Mink machines out tonight. I want to show you. Let's see if I can get this in a better view here. Sorry about the making you seasick here. So when I first got a Mink, I got the Big Mama Mink, the full-size Mink. The reason being is I do laminate things for work, and I wanted something that I could do full-size laminating with. And it's a pretty big machine, and you can laminate, with it. You can do your foiling with it. It has larger carrier sheets that can go through this size. And then I also have a mini Mink, which I just realized I don't have an FSC sticker on this one. So I'm going to fix that right now, because it definitely needs to have an FSC sticker. And I think tonight I'm going to use my big Mink. It's been a while since I used it, and I like to use them. I don't know, I just want to make sure that I just don't want to do anything that cause it to stop working. So I guess I figure if I do use it every once in a while, it's better than constantly using the mini Mink all the time. I don't know. That's just my theory. There we go. Now it's official. Oh, Lynn, great. She ordered her hot foiling machine. That's a lot of fun. I do enjoy hot foiling. I've had a lot of fun learning from Nancy how to hot foil. Oh, thanks everyone. All right, let's turn this on. So to turn it on, there's a switch in the back right here, like that. Oh, wait a minute, it's not plugged in. Number one rule, make sure your machine is plugged in, right? Okay. Okay, now we're plugged in. Well, now we're going to see if it still works. Yep, it still works. Okay. All right. Okay, so it has 5 different levels. I go to number 3 as my start point. And it is big. Yep, it's definitely big. It's heavy too. When I got my little mink, I couldn't believe how lightweight it was compared to the big one. I was like, wait a minute, is this right? So it's 12 inches to here. It's like 16, 17 inches long, you guys. Okay, and it gets really hot. So it goes up to number 5. And the little one, it was probably about half the size. And also goes up to a number 5. And it has a smaller opening. You see the big one. You could really have more that you can send through. All right, so we need our foil. And what I did before we went live, I pulled some of my favorite color of foils. All right, this is just a small sampling of the foils that I have. I started foiling under Nancy's guidance whenever the company Creative Vision Foil was still in business. So a lot of my foils are from that company, but not all of them. I also have Crafty Critta foil and H&H toner foil. So let me show you a little bit of what I have. All right, so let's start with red. So I put these in like rainbow order. So this, I'm not going to show you all the colors. I'm just going to show you the difference when you look at the packaging. So this is from CVS. They're no longer in business, Creative Vision Foils. This one is called Berry Naughty. It's a beautiful maroon, just great for the holidays, right? So I'll just show you a couple here. This is from H&H, and it's called, I guess, Red Star Glitter or Red Glitter. To me, it looks like it has little stars in it. I love this one. And then the only other red I have is also from CVS. It is called Razzle Dazzle. Okay, so if you see me using, oh, I also want to show you what Crafty Critta looks like. If you see me using it, that's where that is. You can't buy the CVS foil anymore because they're no longer in business. They retired. So we recommend this H&H Sign Company. They sell these 12-inch long foil, and then you cut it with a chop saw to make it the nice 6-inch length. And then I have some foils from Crafty Critta, and this one is called Golden Bling, which I do plan on using it tonight. I love this one. Okay, so that's that. I have some greens, some purples, and some blues, and I even have some rainbows. And a lot of my rainbow are from CVS. A lot of my rainbow. So there's rainbow foils, but did you know that there's like different pattern of rainbow foils? That's what's so awesome about foiling. Crafty Critta has this one. It's called Celebration Rainbow. It's got little stars in it. It's so pretty, you guys. This one is also from Crafty Critta. It's called Fairy Rainbow Pastel. And then everybody loves these holographic foils. So this is from H&H Sign. It's called Holographic Rainbow. See, it's got such a pretty blue to it. And I have a green one from them as well. It's a holographic, and a purple one. And of course, I love purple. So this one is called the Purple Holographic. And then I'll show you a couple other purples that I have. This one's called Wisteria. So these are very similar, but one is holographic and one is not. And then this is from H&H Sign. And this one is so cool. It's a color shift. So sometimes it looks teal and sometimes it looks purple. And that's just makes my heart very happy. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be pulling from tonight. In case you're wondering what foils I'm using. I would have to say my all-time favorite foil of all time ever is this Confetti. it's from CVS. I don't have it in any other brand. I only have the CVS brand, but I'm pretty sure that you can get it from H&H. And I am going to start with this one. So let's get started, you guys. Enough of me talking. It was great to visit with you. I don't always get to do that, and I really felt like I wanted to do that this time because of everything that we've been through and everything that happened. I just wanted to catch up with everybody. All right. What I have here are some panels that I previously last night I used Shimmery Goodness to, and I'm doing much better, you guys, by the way. You know, last month when I did my foiling, I kind of had some areas that weren't smooth. I feel like I did a much better job this time. I think I really took my time this time. So let's start with this one. You're going to be blown away by this. So this stencil is called, let me grab a piece of cardstock so you can actually see what I'm holding up. The lights are quite bright. This one is called Snowflake Net. Okay, so you've got some pretty cool patterns on this one. Snowflake Net. All right. So let's see, how do we do this? So we take this is a Heidi Swapp Mink transfer folder. This is not a laminating pouch. So please do not use a laminating pouch. These are not very expensive. Actually, I bought a bunch of them on sale at Joann Fabric in the clearance rack. Okay, and you want to tuck your panel that you're going to be foiling inside, and then you want to take your foil and then cover it over top. But there's one key thing we can't forget. Does anybody know what it is? We don't want to forget our dusty. That's right, everybody. So let me show you what Shimmery Goodness looks like. In case you're wondering, what's Shimmery Goodness and why do I need it in my life? Okay, so Shimmery Goodness is a gel medium. You can also use Tim Holtz Glossy Ranger, Ranger texture paste. You can also use that, all right? However, I've been using Shimmery Goodness. Number one, you get a bigger bottle, so it lasts a lot longer, and it foils quite well. So, yep, the Mink machine you can purchase through Blick. Thank you, Nancy. So let's go ahead. I didn't get a chance to trim my foil in advance. That's the only thing I wanted to do that I didn't get a chance to do. Well, who am I kidding? There's a lot of things I wanted to do. You know, you could spend as long time getting ready, but you're still not quite ready for a live. I mean, you're never quite ready. You just do the best you can. Yeah, the Shimmery Goodness is nice, not only because you can foil with it, but you can get that nice 3D texture to your design when you have a stencil. You don't have to foil this. You could ink blend over top of it, right? So, yeah. This would actually fit through my small Mink. This is only 6 inches, and the small Mink, this would fit inside there. Okay, so let me find my dusty brush. I do have it here. Here it is. Okay, so this is something that you can purchase on Amazon. It's basically just a soft brush. You want to dust your foil and also dust your image that you're going to be sending through the Mink. And the reason we do that is because dust is the enemy of foil. So you want to do your best to get that dust away and off of your foil and off of your panel that you have either printed, or sometimes you can You can print with a laser printer. You can print your own designs. So this is ready to go through. My only concern is my mink carrier sheet seems to be a little bit curled. So I'm hoping that I don't have any wrinkles. So I'm going to be really careful when I send this through. I'm hoping I don't have any wrinkles. Okay. The other paste that you could use if you don't have the Shimmery Goodness is Deco Foil Duo Gel. And that comes in a tub like this. Deco Foil Transfer Gel, or you could get the Duo Gel. That is a paste that you could use. And you can also use, okay, so here's the, they're both to transfer gel. Let me see if I have any Ranger paste here. Okay, here's the other thing that you could use. You probably have some of this. The transparent gloss, the texture paste. Yeah. I just use the straight transfer gel. I don't necessarily use the Duo Gel. Nancy just said that the Duo Gel takes a long time to cure and it's quite tacky. I'll tell you, the Duo Gel is good if you don't want to do any kind of hot application. If you just want to use your bone folder and just through pressure get your foil to your project, the Duo Gel does a good job of that. Okay. Yes, that's what's going to happen, Cindy. You're going to see right here. This was covered in Shimmery Goodness, and now it's foiled. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. So this foil, I really like the rainbow glitter. I guess I call it confetti. I just love that. I did a much better job, you guys. I'm so proud of myself. I did such a great job. Okay, like I'm not bragging, but let me show you an example, okay? So, you guys, it takes time and it takes practice, okay? Don't give up. Don't give up. So last month, I created this card. This is the big snowflake stencil from a Colorful Life Designs. Do you see how the paste skipped a little bit? You see how there's like a kind of a bald spot there, right? You see that? Okay. Now this time I did much better with my application of my paste. It takes time to learn how to do that. And really, it's not always going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. But I'm so proud of myself that I really took the time. And I'll tell you what the winning thing for me was. It was an old hotel key, okay? So, or an old credit card. This is what helped me. Because what I was able to do, and I will apply paste tonight. You'll see what I'm doing. I was able to apply the paste and then smooth it with this hotel room key. That helped me a lot. Okay, that's what helped me a lot. Just giving you advice, that's what helped me. You know, that might not be something that you want to try, but I think it turned out really good. And I'm okay with this. There's nothing wrong with this. Just it's a little distressed looking. It's not as smooth and as full coverage, but it's still beautiful. This is that holographic blue foil, by the way, in case anybody's wondering what that is. Okay, that's one I did last month. Now, I am going to save my, what we call waste foil. Going to save that. The paste that I'm using is called Shimmery Goodness. And it's sold on Amazon. You can get it through Nancy's Amazon shop. You can also get it through scrapbook.com. Whoops. The reason why I do that, Cindy, is because I want my foil to stick to a gel medium. So if you want to see what it looks like if you don't foil let's do that. So here I have this one. It's got these really cute Christmas trees. I don't know if you can see that. And I'll tell you the name of this stencil here in a second. Okay, this one is called and what's nice about A Colorful Life Design stencils, they have names on the bottom. This is called Perfect Little Trees. Cindy, you could, but you don't get as much for your money. You can get a big tub of shimmery goodness versus a smaller tub of texture paste. Okay, this is 8 ounces. This is 3.9 ounces. Okay. I just want to get more value for my money, so I'm going to buy the bigger product. For as much stenciling that I do and as much foiling that I'm doing with my stencils, yeah, I want to get a larger quantity. That's important to me. So let's grab a blending tool here, and we will go ahead and ink blend over top of this. So let's go ahead and do Deck the Halls. I'll get my sponge. Oh, by the way, I totally stole that from T. The way I store my little foam, domed foam blending tools. Okay, so next we will demonstrate a little bit about does it dry out. So far my shimmery goodness has not dried out. I use saran wrap to keep it covered. So I just use a piece of saran wrap to keep it covered. All right, let's go ahead and just ink blend this. Now this paper is accent opaque, so it's not going to be the best ink blending, but let's just see what it looks like. Okay, that's a really dark color, but we'll go over with the paper towel and wipe it off. So this is Deck the Halls. This is a nice dark ink from Catherine Puller, and when you use this paste, you want to wipe that off like that. Okay, it's not wiping away the trees in any way. They're staying put. And then it's giving you a little bit of a pearlescent shine underneath. Okay. Okay, so let's just finish this then, and we'll have this panel done. These trees are going to make a perfect holiday background. Yeah. Is everybody singing Deck the Halls? Gloria wants to know. Okay, so there you go. We've got a beautiful background panel. The trees are shiny because we used shimmery goodness, right? They've got a pearlescent shine to them. And there's no foiling involved there. Yep. So if you don't want to foil, you don't have to. You can still get some tips tonight on using your stencils, not just for ink blending straight with ink, but also using your stencils with some kind of paste. Speaking of paste, let's just jump right into that. I want to show you what it looks like to apply paste to a stencil. And Nancy did this the other night on her channel, and I'm just going to follow her lead. So, the shimmery goodness comes in different colors. It's called Stencil Butter. And this one is Crimson. You open it up, see it's nice and pearly. You don't have to buy it colored. You can color it with your re-inkers. Okay, you can do your re-inkers, but I really wanted to have some. And I'm gonna see if I can find, okay, what color? We've got purple. I've got all the colors. So my first colors I bought were sort of summertime colors. That is Ocean. This is Turquoise. But then I got the holiday set, Terra Verde. This is Orchid, of course, purple. This is my trusty hotel room key that I use to spread things with the gel mediums. And then this one is called Champagne, and then you've got a bright fuchsia pink too. Okay, so I'm going to pick a stencil from our new release. Well, it's not really a new release. I can't call it that. From my stencil wish list. Let's see. This one is really pretty. It's got 3 different holiday mini-sized cutouts. This one is called Christmas Trio. So it has the pine cone, it has the poinsettia, and it has a Christmas bulb and some holly. So I'm going to use a little bit of stencil pixie spray. Now, one thing to note, when you are foiling, do not use pixie spray with your stencils, because what happens is when you spray your stencil with the pixie spray and then you put it onto the paper, you're going to be leaving a residue behind, a tacky residue behind. And when you go to foil, then it's going to have not only foiled in the parts where you wanted it to, but you'll have all kinds of specks in the parts that you don't want foiled. Okay? Yeah, that's right. Nancy had a live, and they kept calling it peach, but it looked like fuchsia. That was funny. Okay, let me grab some paper here. And this is just a piece of, I cut this ahead of time. This is a piece of Hammermill premium color copy paper. I'm going to spray this with pixie spray away from my camera. When you spray the pixie spray, give it a chance to, I guess, dry a little bit. You don't want it to be completely tacky, like completely freshly sprayed when you lay it down. It's going to remain tacky. It'll remain tacky even after you wash it sometimes. So that's why I did not use pixie spray on any of the stencils that I foiled with, because I didn't want to have any kind of residue. I mean, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm challenged to get the pixie spray off of the stencils. I mean, it comes off, but there's still like a tacky residue. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay, you're also probably familiar with Lawn Fawn has a gold. This one's gold. It's the same thing, you guys. It's very much the same thing. Oh, that's right. You could use Goo Gone. I never thought of that, Abraham. Thank you. I have Goo Gone. I could try that. All right, so that's a hair. So you want to definitely remove all hair from the project before you start it. Okay. All right, so I have a small palette knife. It's just a plastic palette knife, right? And we'll go start with the champagne gold. And we'll also use some of this Terra Verde color, right? That's a great idea. I do use Pixie spray on my Scan and Cut matte because Scan and Cut mattes are not sticky at all. Yep, they get really gunky too. But it comes off if you wash it and scrub it. Or if you just buy a new mat, like sometimes I do, because I'm tired of using the old grungy mat. All right, so you just need a little bit. This is a very small stencil. I'm going to go ahead and use this on my pine cone. So we're just going to go ahead and scoop some of that up and spread it on our little pine cone here. And yeah, it's a little messy, but it's a lot of fun. She is the foiling guru. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, Gloria, because we contacted them to let them know that we hope that they'll watch Stamp Wars someday. So if you're not familiar with what Stamp Wars is a monthly event that happens on Nancy's YouTube channel, and the sponsors of Stamp War, each month it's a different sponsor. They will send product to our design team, FSC design team. We don't know what we're getting. We're not allowed to open the product in advance. We are not allowed to open it until we go live on Nancy's channel. Not only are we not allowed to open it and know who the sponsor is, we also get sabotages thrown in, because that's Nancy's idea of a fun night. No, seriously. Nancy plays too. She's not always the one that's sabotaging us. But yeah, we take turns being the host. And so that there's always one of us who is the host, meaning that we just basically pick the sabotages, we line things up with the sponsor, so we're the only ones that know, as the host, we're the only ones that know what the stamp will be, or sometimes it's not a stamp. We had Gel Press once as a sponsor. So anyways, not only do we play with these products, but we do follow-up videos that give you all ideas on how to use the products. And there's also prizes available. So each one of us will give a prize away, and Nancy normally gives the prize, that whatever it is that we were using to craft with, one of you will win that as well. So that's a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's Stamp Wars. Okay, and the next Stamp Wars is not this week, not next week, but the following week. I think it's the 18th. Okay, so I put a little bit of the stencil butter on that one. I'm going to put it down here on this ornament. Now, it's pretty easy. It's just like spreading butter. But this is a really small area, so I'm just taking my time. I want to give a shout out to T and to Nancy for being here tonight and being moderators on my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you both. I think Nancy's going to go live when I'm done. That's the plan, I think. All right. So I am kind of being careful because these, I'm trying to do more than one color. Okay, so that's my gold. And when I'm done with the live, I will put saran wrap over top of my opened up stencil butter. But for now, I'm not going to do that. Okay. And that's a pretty green. Look at that. For all of you who love green, that's gorgeous. Okay. All right, the Christmas tree ornament also has like little leaves. So we'll do those in green. This is a little bit tricky getting in these little nooks and crannies, but not impossible. It probably would have been easier to demonstrate on a larger stencil. And then of course the leaves of the poinsettia plant are going to be green. And then we'll do red stencil butter for the flower itself. The idea is to wipe up the excess, but it's kind of hard to do when you have so many little sections here. So that's okay. I'm going to put this in a bucket with soapy water that I have sitting right behind me. And when I'm done, then I'll wash my stencil at the sink. Okay. And then one more, and then we'll do the reveal. So you can see this is a pretty crimson red, and you can see how the pixie spray really does help. I haven't had to really worry about my stencil moving at all on me. I'm not taping it down to my glass mat. It's really holding in place. So pixie spray is a wonderful product. Love pixie spray. Just don't like to, I don't use it when I am stenciling and foiling. Stay away from the pixie spray when you're stenciling and foiling. But when you're using it with pastes, it's fair game. Okay. All right, let's see what this looks like. Looks like a mess right now, right? But a fun mess. Okay, so I'm just going to gently pull this back. Slowly. Okay, and then I'm going to put my stencil in my bucket of water. And there we have 3 little Christmas ornaments. Well, not ornaments. One is a flower, one is a pine cone, and one is an ornament. And I used the Shimmery Goodness stencil butter with that. That turned out pretty nice. I like it. It's very colorful, right? Okay, back to foiling. I want to foil some more because I do have several other stencils here that I prepared ahead of time. Let's go ahead and pick the ever popular snowflakes. Everybody loves snowflakes, right? So this snowflake stencil, I'll grab it here. It comes with a mask as well. It's called, here we go. It's down in the corner here. Just a minute here. Hold it up to the light. I have it backwards, that's why. Oh my goodness, I can't see the writing. I have to pull it out of the package. I'll pull it out. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about, how it has the mask as well. So that's nice to have the negative part, that part that's cut out. Seriously, I cannot find the name on this one. I'm probably looking in all the wrong corners. Right here it is. Okay. Yeah, easy for me to say, right? All right, I don't see the name of the snowflake. I just see the colorful life designs down in the corner. Oh, there it is. It's called Big Snowflake. That was really hard, Tracy. So that one was really hard for me to see. That's called Big Snowflake. Okay, let's grab that. And our foil. Let's grab some pretty blue foil. Okay, so I'm going to go with the Hollow Rainbow. This one is called Seafoam. It's really pretty too, but everybody loves this Hollow Rainbow. It's everybody's favorite. So today I did my follow-up eye doctor appointment. I think you guys remember where I was having trouble with my eye. I had like an eye infection and I had to take drops with an antibiotic in them. So that's all cleared up. And when I went to the eye doctor today, this was the optician, the one that measures your eyes for new glasses. She said that my last prescription really wasn't the best. And it was done by a doctor at her practice, which was, Anyway, she said it was, for driving at night, it was too strong of a high-powered, anyways. And the challenge that I'm having is reading. Of course, now that I'm over the age of 50, I've had to wear readers. But I'm wearing them too strong. And she said, don't wear them that strong because you are going to, not do any favors to your eyes. So it was good to go there today to, first of all, make sure that my infection was gone, but also to make sure that I have the right prescription moving forward. And she said something that was surprising. She said that a lot of people come and think they're going to have one pair of glasses for all of their needs, and it's just going to be that. And she said some people have to have a pair of glasses, but then they also have to use readers, especially at the computer because of the amount of strain. And with my job, I'm on Zoom meetings all day, which we're not allowed to turn our cameras off. So I'm basically looking at Hollywood squares on a small screen all day long. And again, we're not allowed to turn our cameras off. So, yeah, I'm going to have two pair of glasses. One for basically my driving and just everyday glasses. And then, okay, so T, you also have one for reading and one for computers. That's where I'm going to have to be too. I don't have very good night vision. And I have trouble seeing far away when I'm driving. And that has always been a challenge for me, even before I turned 50. But now that I'm 50, it's harder for me to see a lot of things. But now this one, you'll see, I didn't do as good of a job of covering the stencil. So I have a little section here, a little section there that is not completely foiled all the way. But that's okay with me. I can use a glue stick or a glue pen if I want to, but I don't mind that. I don't have a problem with that. I get really excited when it's perfect, but I also am okay when it's a little distressed, because there's nothing wrong with a little distressed, because that's a pretty looking thing as well. Okay, and I'm also going to be getting the glasses for the with blue, the blue screen, the blue, the blue tint. Yes, they're going to be tinted. So that happened today. And then I'll tell you, I was just like so tired when I got home. I really had a hard time getting myself back in the groove for work, but I made myself. It's like, man, I should have just taken the whole day off. All right, I have another stencil here, and I'm going to tell you what this one's called. And hopefully it won't take me as long to find the name. Okay, this one I think Nancy used as well. This one's called Dot Snowflake. It's so pretty. It's got all kinds of dots. And, you know, it's called Dot Snowflake, but I really think you could use it year-round because it's got that mandala looking. Oh my goodness. That's probably what I need then, Barbara. Trifocals. That's the first I ever heard of those. Let's see, what color? How about rainbow? What do you think? Does that sound good? Let's make some yeah, I'm ready to retire. I wish. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So Nancy was the one who said, get the blue tint glasses. And I did. I bought some from Amazon, but I bought 1.75 and I only need 1.25 right now anyways. So the optician, or she was a doctor, but she really specialized in taking your measurements for your eyes, where the other guy that I saw a couple weeks ago, he does surgery on your eyes. Because I was really worried about my eyes. Nancy can tell you I look like the creature from the Green Lagoon with my bloodshot eyes coming at her. She was like, whoa, girl, whenever I saw her over Halloween. I didn't need a Halloween costume. My eyes were bloodshot enough. They really were bothering me. They were very itchy. It was not a pleasant thing. But, I mean, with anything, right? I'm going to need probably a bigger... Let me see if this transfer folder is even big enough. Yeah, so here's the thing. My insurance pays for one pair of glasses a year. And we're getting to the end of the year, obviously. So I will get my driving glasses first. The ones that I'll wear for driving and for just everyday around the house glasses. I'll get those first. And then I'll go in January and I will order the special computer glasses. So my insurance will pay for most of it. Of course, insurance doesn't pay for everything. Of course. Those days are gone, right? Yeah, I don't, knock on wood, I haven't gotten any migraines, but my eyes were hurting so bad. I was putting drops in them and everything. And she did say, you know, having dry eyes now, definitely use the Sustain or Refresh eye drops. So if those of you probably are familiar with those, they come in a little green bottle like this. They're called Refresh. They really do help with dry eyes and definitely help with that irritated feeling like there's sand in your eyes. My insurance pays for the frames pretty much, but then I have to pay for my not transition. I don't get transition. Probably should, but I didn't. Whatever it's called whenever you have a bifocal without a line in it. You guys know what I mean. Okay, let's see how this one turned out. Isn't that pretty? Just the foil itself. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. This is the Dot Snowflake. All right. Progressive. That's what it's called. Yes, thank you, T. That's what I'm getting. Progressive. Just looks like jewels. Look at. Oh, I love it. That would make a nice birthday card, wouldn't it? Okay. Okay, earlier you saw, oh, this one. Let's do this one, you guys. It's going to be so pretty. Look at this beautiful poinsettia. It's got swirly swirls all around it. I did two. Let me see here. Okay. Where are you? This one. No. So these are all the panels that I, my goodness, I'm trying to find. I don't know where the other one is. Okay, well I did two of each pretty much. So yeah, it's right behind it. There it is. That is called, let me tell you. I really like this one. It's beautiful just the way it is, right? Without the foiling. It's so pretty. Okay, this one is called, here we go. Poinsettia Bling. Poinsettia Bling. So we're going to use red with this one for sure. And this red is called just Glitter. Yes, I do love this stencil. I'm really excited to see how this one turned out. Okay. I just have to tell you, it's called Shimmery Goodness. Paste, Pam, is called Shimmery Goodness. You can get it at Nancy's Amazon, or you can get it through myscrapbook.com link, whichever you would like to order it from, if you want to try it. It is pretty. You don't have to foil. You can just use it as a paste and use it with your... So guess what, everybody? The dog's barking. That means my computer's here. I'm getting a new computer for work, so I'm real excited about that. We've been waiting for it all day. It said it would be here by 8 o'clock. It's 9:30 here. Wow, it's 9:30 already. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jean. Oh my gosh, Jean Morin. I haven't seen you in a while, lady. It's nice to see you, Jean. Okay. If I can get this open, use both hands. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. We got it. Yeah, it'll be a workhorse. The toy that'll be the workhorse. I don't feel like I want to use this because look how much it's hanging out, you guys. I don't think I like that idea. I cut my folders. Let's get one that's a little bit wider. See if this one's any better. Oh, Jim. Hi, Jim. Oh, no, Barbara. We have, I think our work uses HPs. We're not that fancy to have. No, Dells. They're Dells. Yeah, we have Dells. Yeah. No, not Max. Nope, nope, nope. We couldn't handle that on the budget. Hi, Anna. How are you? I've had all kinds of computers. I've had Asus, Dell, HP. Of course, I have an iPad, which I do like a lot. And it's the iPad, knock on wood. This is not wood, but this is. Has lasted the longest. Okay, let's see how this looks. Give it a chance to cool off, though. I'm going to give it a chance to cool off. So, Candace, are you moving soon to Pennsylvania? Oh, yeah, baby. That is beautiful. That's gorgeous. There's just a little spot here where my paste kind of skipped a little bit. But it's really the foil. I think the foil is so pretty. I love the foil with the, just looks like it has glitter in it or something. It's so pretty. Well, that's nice, Michelle. Thanks, Marva. Thanks, Chow. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to say hi to you all when you were first coming in. I sort of was giving you all an update on what's happening with family life. Didn't see really. Let me just show you another one that's I picked out for my stencil wish list. This one is also has holiday type pattern, and it just reminds me of Nordic. I think it's actually called something Nordic. I can find it. Seriously. Hey Amy, how are you? Let's show Amy what we've done so far so she can get an idea of all the work that we've put out there so far. We've got this one. We just did this one. And that's pretty. And might as well show everybody else too that wasn't here from the beginning what we've done so far. Got that one. Hi Stacy. And we have this beauty. This beautiful with the silver foil. Which one, T? The one with the snowflake net? Is that the one you mean? Or the one with the rainbow? The rainbow. Oh, yes. Okay, T, I'll send you that one. So those were the ones that we foiled. And then we also had Shimmery Goodness paste on the trees, and we ink blended the background. So that's nice and shiny and pearlescent looking. Yes, the Christmas trees. That's right, Candace, you're paying attention. Yes, you are. I'm trying to figure out the name of this one. This is the one I wanted to show you. This one's called Nordic Christmas. So let's do that. And I'm not sure what to foil it with. It definitely has a lot of different little patterns all through it. I was thinking maybe something green. Let's see here. I've got this tie-dye green. It's kind of green and gold together. And then I have this lighter green. I could do that, Jim. Then we have a nice dark green here. That might be too bright. I like the tie-dyed too, because it's green, but it has gold in it as well. Let's try this one. I think when you go to stencil it, you can really bring out a lot of different inks to color it with. Oh, well, there you go, Abraham. And Abraham, you were talking the other night about an Argyle one. Did you see the Argyle one from A Colorful Life Designs? Oh my goodness, it's amazing. I will show you the card that I made with that. Whoa, I cut way too much foil there. Let's just trim this. Bonnie, how are you, Bonnie? It's been a while since I saw you. Here we go. Abraham, did you see this card that I made with the Argyle stencil? It's a 2-step stencil. One step is your hatch marks, and the second step would be the actual colors that you put down. I don't know if you saw that stencil from A Colorful Life Designs. If you like it, that's always an option too, if you're looking for an Argyle. Okay. All right, let's dusty. Just got to my scrape away in PA. Thanks, Jim. I love my polar bear. That's the Stamps of Life. So cute. All right, let's get this through the machine, and then I'll have to wrap it up soon because Nancy's waiting. She's patiently waiting. Yeah, back-to-back lives. There you go. I feel like I want to do at least one gold foiled card, and then I'll wrap it up for the night because I think the holidays and gold just are such a classic combo. And I've got this real pretty gold foil. It's called Hearts. And it just reminds me of little... has little circles in it. Let's go ahead and trim this, and then we'll run that one through, and then we'll give Nancy the floor. T's like 5 a.m. comes a lot faster these days, doesn't it? Yeah, this is shimmery goodness through the stencil with a palette knife. That's how I created these panels. You could also use texture paste or deco foil duo or deco foil gel, transfer gel. You can do that too. But I like shimmery goodness because you get a bigger container. You get 8 ounces. And you can also leave it the way it is and just ink blend with it. Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble with this piece of foil. I'll show you. Anna, did you see the trees? The green Christmas trees? Yeah, static. This is Shimmery Goodness, and it's just ink blended with Deck the Halls from Catherine Pooler, and I left the Shimmery Goodness, you know, as is. It dried. No, I haven't, Amy Moore. I have not tried that. Have you? We're going to have to try that. That's a good experiment for us. Oh, hi, Carly. It's okay. We're glad you're here. All right, so this is the Nordic Christmas, and it's got golds and greens together. It's quite compact of a pattern, so you're not seeing that foil probably as much on camera as I can see it, you know, in person. Put a little bit of light on there. But it does look really pretty. I like that it's gold and green together, not just one color. Yeah, this is the tie-dyed green. Okay, this is our last one. Then I'm going to have to go so that Nancy can do her live. Okay, so this. Thanks, Bonnie. Okay, this is gold. Gold foil. Super pretty. And this stencil, let me grab it real quick because I forgot the name of it. Here it is. I found it. This one is called Heart Flakes. This would be really good for Valentine's Day, right? Because it's got little hearts, but it does remind you of snowflakes. Thanks, Amy. Have a great night. Yeah, Candace, you're on the ball, girl. I like gold for Christmas. I think it's really nice when you could put gold foil on your cards at Christmas. All right, well, thanks everybody for watching my video and for joining me in the live. I will be making cards with all of these panels that we created together tonight. So please be on the lookout for that. And if you want, when you sign off, thanks, Jim. When you sign off, go ahead and check and see if Nancy's ready. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining, and thank you, T and Nancy and Chow and Stacy for helping me with the moderations. I will put the links in my description box. For those of you who might be interested, A Colorful Life Designs, my code is TracyFan10, and that saves you 10% off your order. Good night, everybody. If I talk to you in a few minutes on Nancy's channel, then I'll talk to you then. Bye. You're welcome. Thank you all very much. Have a great evening.